Hi, friends. I'm excited about this topic right now because I have been diving in to lymphatic drain. I've gotten a couple of extra little certifications about it because it's been just so interesting to me. And I want to pass that along to you. And I've been doing some of these moves myself for a while. So I wanted to share them with you and make it simple and make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm also going to show you some of our Arbonne products that I use in that. Specifically right now, our Derm Results Advanced line, it's the gray bottles. This 5-step line is on sale right now. It's for clients, you're looking at about 40% off, and for consultants, even more than that. And then you get a free SPF with that, and I'll show you all of that here in a minute. But first, I want to go through the importance of your lymphatic system, what it does, all that stuff, and what that looks. And then at the end, we'll put some product on and I'll show you what the moves look like. So lymphatic facial massage, what it is, why we should be doing it. So your lymphatic system, it really is a connection of your whole entire body. Your lymphatic system, those little lines, you see those green lines in there, they hit every single part of your body. It starts from your tonsils, all the way down. Like it goes and it touches every single part of your body. But the thing that's really, really cool about this, that I think, is that between those lymph nodes, so you have those green dots, you see the little green dots in here. They were these pieces, the kind of thicker pieces in there. And then you have the lines. Well, in between each of those lymph nodes, it's like a pump, right? But there's no motor to it. There's only two ways to get the liquids to go in and out of those pumps and to get that fluid to go through your system and make it through all of those touch points from your intestine to your, it goes all the way into your spine, through your bone marrow. For everything to get flushed through there, you have to either physically move your body or manually move the lymph through the system. So I highly recommend doing both, and we'll show you a little bit of that here at the end. But really that liquid is a detox liquid. So think of it much like your blood, but like your blood has your heart to pump blood and oxygen and vital nutrients through the body. The lymph system doesn't have a pump, doesn't have the heart pump, right? But the detox process happens, goes through all of those organs to clean up the fluid and bring good quality nutrients through the system, and then detox things out of the system. So what we put on our body matters. The average American uses about 515 chemicals on their body every day just from personal care products. Most of them have cancer-causing ingredients in them, which is shocking if you think about it that way. You're putting that stuff on your body every single day. That's why we switched to Arbonne. We want clean stuff on our body. Well, all that's getting into your bloodstream. There are literally holes in your skin, and it is getting into your bloodstream, into your tissues, into your lymphatic system. So if you don't move your lymphatic system, that stuff's just sitting in there, and you can actually accumulate about on average, a healthy lymph system should have a liquid in the system of about 5 to 7 pounds worth of liquid. But if you're sick, your body's going to start accumulating more liquid in the lymph to protect you from those chemicals and from those toxins. It'll hold liquid around all those things that are dangerous for your body. So what ends up happening, you might feel bloated. You might feel sluggish. Edema is something that happens if you see people whose ankles are kind of thick, that just look kind of liquidy. You can actually push on the skin and edema happens. That's liquid just sitting in the body. That's that lymph just sitting stagnant because the person is not moving properly. You have to move your body. You have to do the manual pump of the lymph, right? You also need to you can also physically move that lymph through the system, right? So we want to get those liquids moving so that the body can detox. Okay, so next up, here's some signs. Cellulite has recently been linked to a stagnant lymphatic system. Nasal congestion, I'm going to show you some stuff for that here in a second. Immune system, fatigue, dark circles under the eyes, that liquid retention I was talking about, even arthritis, all that lymph just sitting in there, eczema, acne, just some brain fog. But constipation is a really big one too, and bloating. If you follow me on social, you've seen that I have recently started teaching rebounding, so it's the mini trampolines, and I have heard from my clients that within about an hour or two, if they've been constipated for a while and they do a lymphatic session with me, the rebounding, within a few hours, they're like, oh wow, I have movement, yay. Yay. So all of that is attached to your lymphatic system. So this is a really cool picture. I love this. It just shows where the lymph nodes are on your face and on your neck. These are the pieces that we're going to really address. And as you can see up in the sinus area, I know we were just chatting a little bit about the colds and stuff that are going around right now. People are having a lot of sinus issues. So we're gonna address that with this lymphatic drain that we're going to do here really quickly. So I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and then you can see me larger. Hi, you guys. Yeah. I'm glad you guys are on. Let's see. I'm going to make myself the main person here, hopefully, if I can figure out how to do it. Spotlight. There we go. All right, let's look at it. So hopefully, if you came to the game wanting to do this as well, your face is clean and you have nothing on it, okay? So I'll show you in a second which skincare I'm going to put on, but I'm going to show you a few tools. I'm not going to use these today, but these are some of the lymphatic drain tools you're going to see. I have used them both. I actually prefer manual manipulation, using my hands over these, because really, I come from acne-prone skin. I had cystic acne my whole life, so I'm very careful about it. So if you're going to use tools, you have to make sure it is very clean every single time. And honestly, I'd rather just wash my hands. I'd rather just wash my hands and do that. Also, dry brushing. If you haven't done dry brushing, I don't recommend this on your face, but it's really good for the rest of the lymph system. Very, very good. So get yourself one of these. This one was actually one that came in an Arbonne set for a holiday line a little while ago. But I love, love, love dry brushing for lymph system. So good. Highly recommend adding that on. If you want a demo on that, just let me know. Shoot me a message and I'll do another video like this. But let's do skincare. I love a good facial oil. We have 3 actually, but I have 2 on hand. This is the Derm Results, and then this one is my abso-freaking-lute favorite. So with this is a vitamin C oil. Arbonne does things differently. If you aren't from Arbonne already, just know we're a certified B Corporation. We've been around for 45 years. We've been clean forever, before clean was a thing. Everything's gluten-free. Our vitamin Cs, we don't use hexane to burn them down and process like other vitamin Cs. If you've ever used a vitamin C and you're like, my skin hurts after and I'm burning. Yeah, that's because the hexane in the product, in the chemical processing, Arbonne doesn't do any of that, okay? So our vitamin C oil is much, much different. So I'm just gonna go to town here. I'm gonna put a few drops on. I'm actually gonna go a little extra right now than I normally do, because I want to really get in there with that lymphatic drain. I don't always do this much, but I'm just doing it. I probably do this the full on, like on my neck and everything. I usually do this like once a week, but I do a little bit of it almost every day, like in the morning. That's my favorite, is to do it in the morning. If you're feeling stuffy, do it a few times a day. And then you add a little serum. So you could do your whole face routine for the morning, for the day, or the night. You could put it all on. Oh, I forgot my day cream. That's my favorite with this. It's in the other room. That's okay. I'm just going to get going with it. And then you can put your eye cream on. Always use your ring finger for your eye cream. It is the weakest finger, so you want to be really careful on the on all the eyeball skin. I don't know how to say that. All this stuff, it's really, really thin, and as we age, it gets thinner. So you want to be careful with that, and your ring finger is the weakest finger. Okay, so I've got a good, nice oiliness going on, right? So I'm going to add a little bit more to my hands as well, and just to the backs of my hands. So as you saw in that picture, we have lymph nodes running down here, and they all come down into this area right behind the collarbone. The collarbone protects a lot of that, right? So it's sitting right back in here. And then we hold liquid in our face and a lot of times under the chin, right? And in this area. So what we want to do first, it's like we're going to drain it out, right? So we want to open the doors essentially. So you have these little lymph nodes here. We're going to push that around, just do a few circles there and just kind of open it up. You don't need, wow, I'm even talking funny from it. You don't need a whole lot of pressure, but this is like opening the door to allow the pumps to start pumping, everything to kind of start moving through, right? And now you're just going to, anything that's stuck in the neck, you're just going to push it down, and essentially you're just getting stuff out of the way. And get, the nice thing about this too, you could just do this when you just need a little extra time to yourself. It's just really nice and kind of peaceful, right? And so now we're going to run just that knuckle right under here and push down. Run it under and down. And now get up in like right next to the ear, especially if you've had some congestion, and just push that down. For those of you, if you have kiddos right now that are sick, you can absolutely do this for them as well. Just roll it down. You can just use a regular like face lotion. I wouldn't be doing vitamin C oils on the kiddos, but any good lotion, just run that down. All those sinus lines that you saw, they all run up. Your sinuses actually run back to your ears. I actually have a sinus on one of the sides that is still there. It opens. So if you have like one of those little holes that's right by your ear, that's actually a sinus, which is really interesting. About like, I think it's 40% of the population actually have those. So you can see the sinuses actually go all the way back to the ears. So now that all this is nice and open, you're going to take your two knuckles and you're just going to run them along the jaw, just like this, and run it down along the jaw. Just do it a few times. You're just getting any of that liquid that's stuck in this section here. You're just going to get it out. There's a couple good breaths in there. Feels really nice. You're just going to run that out. And then from there, now I want you to take that knuckle right in here and just kind of open these sinuses up and then push them out. And we're running them back to where those sinuses go, and then we're going to push it down. So it just looks right in here. All your muscle tension sits in there as well. God, it sounds so funny to talk when you do this. You just kind of give it a nice little push around, push all that liquid back, and then down. And now you're going to take those two knuckles again that we used here, but you're going to do them up here. Be really gentle with that, with your under eyes here. You're just going to push and push it down. You're just taking all that liquid that's kind of stuck in there, and you're just going to push it down. That's it. You just do it a few times, push it down. And then you can kind of just push. You can also give it one of these things. If you've got like a really kind of puffiness in and around under the jawline, just push all that around and down. Push all around and down. And then now, right around the eyes here, just kind of giving it some pats and pulling up just ever so slightly. You don't need to be tugging on your skin, but we have so many muscles right in here, so many things holding tight, right? That's where we hold a lot of stress, all of this stuff, especially when you get like sinus headaches and tension headaches. It's all this stuff, the muscles and all of your lymph nodes, just everything kind of clogging up and not happy. And then just kind of pushing, and pulling it down. Pulling everything down. Just give it a nice little swirl down. And that's it, you guys. You could even just start the day with a couple of these and call it good. If you have been stuffy and you've been kind of feeling icky, right before bed, do some of this and get all of those glands opened up. Do a little of the sinuses, push all that down, and then be ready for bed with a nice opened up system. So if you are fighting something and you're getting a little nasally, you're not going to like choke to death while you sleep. You know, there's so many people right now fighting stuff. I don't know why everybody's so stuffy right now. Just open all that stuff up. It's so simple to do, and it makes a really big difference. You'll notice that your face will feel a little bit slimmer, your eyes will be less puffy, and you'll be less stuffy. Even if it's a season that normally you have some sinus congestion. Right now it's big pollen season for us in Florida. So this is usually the time that like my eyes get puffy, I get a little bit stuffy. But in the last year or so, I've really noticed that if I do this, I don't have the same kind of those same kind of symptoms from allergies. So that is a full set there. I use our tinted SPF daily. This is what I use for my face makeup. We actually have some makeup coming out in March, I believe. Yeah, in March. So next month, which I'm really excited about. But I use this tinted moisturizer every single day. It gives you just like a little tiny bit of coverage without being a ton. And it comes free right now with the Derm Results Advanced skincare line. So if you want help with any of those products, get with your consultant, have them help you figure out what a good skincare line would be for you. I highly recommend this set. You'll get this for free. You don't need any tools to do that gua sha. You could do that every night for yourself. And then there is a facial oil on the free gift list right now, so you can get that as well. There's so many good deals going on. So get with your consultant on that. Hopefully you guys learned something on that. If you have any questions or you want that chart that I shared earlier, just ask your consultant. They can share that with you. So thank you guys so much for popping on.